In Jamaica, there are over 53,000 orphans who may never get any of these. Many will end up in government orphanages without any sense of family and little hope for the future. Others end up being abandoned or passed from relative to relative, often being abused or neglected along the way. Fortunately, a few of them end up at Robin's Nest Children's Home, where they finally can receive the love they deserve. The nest is located on Salters Hill, just outside of Montego Bay. Their current facilities provide a loving Christian home to many children with various needs. They hope to expand to one day accommodate more. Their mission is to provide a nurturing, loving, safe, Christ-centered atmosphere in which all children will grow at their own speed, physically, mentally, and spiritually, so they may develop their own individual gifts, talents, and abilities and become the person who God intended. In 1997, Michelle Robinette, a single mother from Minnesota, took a giant leap of faith by moving to Jamaica and starting an orphanage. She had seen the depressing conditions in government orphanages while on her first mission trip and felt God calling her to help the children of Jamaica.
I thought Robin's Nest would be an appropriate name for the snug, secluded nest I wanted to give those babies and younger children in Jamaica who may otherwise be homeless or living in overcrowded, understaffed orphanages. I want the children nurtured and rocked, bathed and baby-oiled, sung to and told Jesus loves them.
After 11 incredible years of hard work and miracles, Michelle stepped down from her position as director and now commits her time to spreading the word about the nest and trying to raise money for its continued existence. In 2009, another leap of faith was made. This time, it was Joel and Angie Odell who fell in love with the Robin's Nest children during their very first mission trip together in January. They felt God calling them to fill the vacancy of directors, and in just a few months made the decision to answer God's calling.
As I step down and as I give the baton over to them, I'm just really excited to have them involved in the ministry and that they listen to God's call.
There is a definite family feel at the nest. They have a pod system where there is a pod parent in charge of 4 to 6 children. This allows the little ones to experience the security and love of a parent figure, not just a worker in charge of many kids. The Robin's Nest clearly promotes and teaches Christian values through scriptures painted on walls, bedtime prayers, Christian music and videos playing, biblical teaching, and going to church together every Sunday. Children with physical, mental, and emotional handicaps are welcome and well taken care of at the nest. They have their own vegetable garden, fruit trees, and chickens, which help cut the costs of buying food and teaches the children self-sufficiency. Robin's Nest has been awarded the top rating in all of the privately owned children's homes in the Western District of Jamaica. The nest is well recognized and respected by the government of Jamaica and the United Nations Child Welfare Department. The Robin's Nest does not just take care of their own needs. They work with many ministries and organizations helping people in the surrounding communities. For example, children from the nest who go to the public school often bring along extra food and school supplies for their friends in need. There is an on-site preschool for children both from the Robin's Nest and from the surrounding community. James 1:27 says, "Pure and genuine religion in the sight of God the Father means caring for orphans." Obviously, the easiest way to help is to pray for the Robin's Nest. Prayers have been answered and needs have been met from the day Michelle stepped onto Jamaican soil. Another easy and essential way to help is to write a check to support the nest financially. The expenses of Robin's Nest include payroll, food, utilities, administration, medical and educational needs, maintaining the home, school, Jake's house, and vehicles, plus caring for the chickens and the garden are added expenses. The staff consists of pod parents, teachers, nurses, cooks, a maintenance person, a bookkeeper, and drivers. These operational costs all make up the budget that is necessary to adequately care for these precious children. The directors of Robin's Nest raise their own support, so all money donated to the Nest goes directly to pay for all of the expenses of running the home. Your generous financial support of the Nest ensures that these precious children will continue to be fed nutritious meals, live in a safe home, receive quality care from Christian staff members, and be taught and encouraged to be Christ followers and successful, upstanding Jamaican adults. You could also make a trip to the Nest and volunteer your time and gifts in many different ways. Teams of all ages come to the Nest to build, clean, paint, teach, or do any other type of work needed. There were two young men, one 12 years old and the other 23, who visited the Nest and fell in love with the children. The younger boy, Zach Weimer, wanted to adopt one of the baby boys, and the older one, Jacob Anderson, was already making plans to return to the Nest to work after graduating from college. Both of their hearts were touched by God, by the children from the Nest, and both wanted to do whatever they could to help and make a difference in these children's lives. In 2005, Jake died after a sudden illness, and in 2008, Zach died after a tragic accident. The boys' dorm, Jake's house, was built with money raised by Jake's parents. A new playground is being donated and built by the Weimer family and the Z Foundation, founded in Zach's honor and memory. It shouldn't take a tragedy to make us open our hearts to the needs of orphans. You can make a difference in the lives of many children by choosing to support Robin's Nest with your prayers, finances, time, or gifts.
Say, I love you. Good job.
I told you from the other side, the distance ain't nothing you can't overcome. When you need to feel me, hey, that's where